On this episode of Wine and Real Estate TV, we talk with Jen Spencer about why some homes take forever to sell and others sell in a matter of days. Hi, this is Chris Morton with Wine and Real Estate TV, here today with another episode. Today's topic is why some homes sit on the market for months and months and months and others sell in a matter of days. Our guest today is Jen Spencer from Spencer Properties. Jen, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Well, thank you for having me.
I'm honored to have you. When I thought about this topic, the first name that came to my mind is someone who's really, really good at getting homes sold quickly is you. And so I wanted to have you on and give people a little bit of knowledge about what it takes to get a home sold quickly. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, it's very timely. I went to a broker open today, and the house was not done up the way your listing here that we're in right now was done up. It was completely vacant, carpet needed replacing, paint needed to be done, there was a border that needed to be replaced. And I told the agent, people today are used to HGTV. They want the magic wand to walk in and see something like what we're seeing here. Mm-hmm. Speak to that a little bit about when you have that conversation with your clients that are getting ready to sell their home.
Right. Well, the number one thing I hear from buyers when we talk to them about what are you looking for, consistently I hear move-in ready.
Right.
I don't want a fixer-upper. I want it to be updated. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, for one thing, a lot of buyers don't have the ability to visualize a house.
True.
Update it and with the cosmetic things done. Another reason is even if they do have the ability to visualize, they don't have the time. They don't have the resources.
We're all busy today.
That's right. They don't have the money or the skills. So there's a lot of obstacles to buyers moving in and taking on project.
Right. You always hear sellers say, I know you've heard it. If you've heard it once, you've heard it a million times. The saying goes, I don't want to change out and put granite in because they might not like the granite I do. I don't want to paint because they might not like my paint color.
That's right.
I always tell them, just do what we recommend they do and you're going to be fine. Would you not say?
I agree with you completely. We're going to choose the finishes that are widely received in the marketplace.
Right.
And I think that is a much better place to be than let the buyer figure it out because, as we've said, the buyers just aren't willing to take on those projects. Yeah. And we do know when we're showing 50 houses or more a week, we get a really good sense of what the market's looking for and what's desirable out there. And I tell sellers a lot of times, what the buyers want is a blank canvas. Mm-hmm. Yes, we may paint the walls to a more neutral color, and the buyers may come in and put their own colors in. That's perfectly fine. But what we're trying to give them is a blank canvas to work with versus a completed painting. That's not what they want.
Right. You may be, you the seller may be really into fuchsia as your color. Mm-hmm. The general public is not. You're better off to paint that beige and let them paint it their purple color if they want to. Right.
And the color we like is Revere Pewter.
Yes.
Benjamin Moore Revere
Absolutely.
Pewter. It's a nice kind of towards the gray tones, and that seems to be current and widely received.
My colors, you probably know from showing some of my listings that I used to do a lot. The magic color was Restoration Hardware Silver Sage.
I like that.
It's a strange color that you wouldn't think it would do well. Revere Pewter is much more current than I think than the Silver Sage that I did, although it still works. But I can remember having a listing that had sponge painted yellow breakfast room. Mm-hmm. Nice house, except that one room. I begged them. They finally gave in and painted that Silver Sage. It sold in a week.
Right.
It's crazy what paint will do.
That's right. And I hear buyers say consistently when we're out looking at houses, what is up with all the yellow paint?
Right.
Because 10 to 15 years ago, that was very much the trendy color, and now it's outdated.
So, definitely goes without saying. So, I'm a seller. Mm-hmm. I'm willing to do whatever you tell me to do. What are some of the typical things you would tell a seller? You got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, and if you do, you're going to get sold. In this market, you're going to get sold quickly.
Well, when I'm talking to sellers, I look at it from where are we going to get the best return on our investment? Where are we going to get the biggest bang for our buck? Unless we're going to get a good return, it doesn't make sense to go through the aggravation.
Agreed.
So there's 5 key areas where I feel like you get the best return on your investment. Number 1, as we've already discussed, is paint. Paint is low cost, huge impact. It makes the house look new, smell new. It just brings a house back to life. It fills the holes when you do some of your decluttering and neutralizing. The second thing that I think that has the biggest impact is flooring. And that would be either clean the carpets if that will work, but very often it means replacing the carpet.
Right.
Carpet is low cost, high impact as well. And potentially refinishing the hardwood floors if there are signs of heavy, with pets have been there, or heavy usage from the family. Third is the granite countertops. Even in a $150,000 townhouse, people want granite or some type of stone, whether it be quartz or marble. So we recommend the switching out laminate or solid surface for a stone countertop. The fourth one is appliances. Stainless steel appliances are the most sellable. And the fifth one is switching out any hardware. If you have any brass hardware, brass doorknobs, brass light fixtures, brass cabinet pulls, brass faucets, you can do that for a few $100s, and that again will update a house almost instantly. And even if it's not brass, but the light fixtures are outdated, I think that's a good investment. So those are the top 5 biggest impact things to do to get the house ready for market.
I agree. What comes to my mind as I'm hearing you go through this is having conversations with sellers, and they say to me, well, gosh, all those things, that's going to equal up to $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. But what they need to understand is, yes, it could be $20,000, $30,000 to get all that done, but that means your home's going to sell quicker. You're going to make that $20,000 back by not being on the market for a year. But we're not having to reduce it down by $50,000 potentially.
That's right. And I think with those 5 things, we're going to get at least 2 to 3 times what we put into it.
Right.
So a typical, let's say 2,500 to 3,500 square foot house, paint we're looking at $2,500. Carpet we're looking at $2,500. We can get all 4 stainless steel appliances for $2,500. Countertops for $2,500. So you could do all of this. The hardware is usually $500 to $1,000. So for $11,000 on a typical house, you can have a house that really is current, looks new, will sell well, and I believe you're going to add $20,000 to $30,000 in value. And
multiple offers and possibly get above ask for that house. Brilliant. Great information. Anything else you want to share with the folks out there on this topic?
I think having your house professionally staged,
yes, huge,
really does help. We've talked about the 5 things in terms of preparing the house for market, but having a stager come in with an objective eye, walking through the house room by room by room, talking about what pieces of furniture stay, what artwork stays, what things should be pre-packed. I really believe that makes a tremendous difference. And a lot of times, implementing those recommendations doesn't cost anything.
Right.
It's just a matter of spending a weekend.
Sweat equity.
And you get good return on that as well.
Absolutely. And I alluded to it a little bit earlier in this video about the house we're in. This is one of your listings. Tell us a little bit about this beautiful, beautiful house we're sitting in.
We are in a house in Wakefield, 12804 Rosalie Drive. And if you'd like to get more information about the house, you can go to spencerprop.com and you will see a link to the listing and you can find out more. If you'd like to schedule a showing, just send me an email. You can do that at spencerprop.com and we will be glad to set up a time for you to see this beautiful house. They've done a wonderful job preparing it for market. It's in a great location and beautifully appointed, so definitely one you'd like to see. Absolutely agree with you 100%. I'm agreeing with you. The kitchen is fantastic. The living room is unbelievable. I love the furniture. Right. It's amazing stuff. Well, now we've come to that part of the show, the wine tasting part of the show, and I certainly appreciate it. I called Jen today and I asked her what she liked wine-wise. It's tradition in our show to ask the guests what kind of wine they like. And I asked her, did she want white wine or red wine? She said yes. So it really put her another notch up in my book, as if that was even possible. I'm one of her biggest fans. Today's wine is called Essential Red. It's by Bogle. About $10 a bottle. You can get it just about anywhere. Wine stores and not wine stores. It's got it's a blend, which is really, really cool. It's Old Vine Zinfandel, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and Petit Syrah, which is really cool. Really like a good everyday wine, something to sit and watch Modern Family on the couch with, and all that sort of thing. Right. So let me know what you think about this. Wow. I like this. This was a good choice.
Thank you.
I love blends, so this was a great choice.
I would recommend it to everybody out there. Recommend it to everybody. Well, I appreciate your time today. Please tell everybody how they can find you, get some information about you and your company and all that on the web. You
can reach me at spencerprop.com, or you can call me at 919-602-7411. We'd love to show you this beautiful house, or if there's anything else we can do to help you, please do get in touch with us. Fantastic, fantastic. And for further episodes of this show, please go to Wine and Real Estate TV. The website is wineandre.com, spelled wineandre.com. Thank you, everyone, for viewing. And Jen, thank you for your time today. Appreciate it. Cheers.